I am releasing this series of videos to signify the transition of my life and the gold altar content into a lighter, more joyous phase. The appearance of the black and gold colors signified an era where La Negra and I allowed all discordant energies to be brought to the surface, on full display, and transmuted, and then integrated into the light. During the last few years, we have faced countless and endless projections from others seeking to dictate and control the direction and assets of myself, the gold altar, and the gold Santa Muerte. No one has been correct about who the gold Santa Muerte actually is. Some Catholicized her, while others demonized her. Some tried to buy her emissary, while others attempted to shatter her confidence as a way to gain easy access to her golden energy. Some painted her out to be virginal and pure, while others sought her out to fulfill their hedonistic pleasures. Some praised the treasure until they were deemed unfit to continue carrying the torch. Santa Muerte is allowed to grow and evolve just as we are. She does not have to stay the same. Yet others insisted over the last few years that she be trapped in a box of their making. When her emissary did not conform, due to the instructions of La Santa Muerte herself, she faced abusive retaliation. We went through the colors of black and gold first to move through the realms of the darkness of La Negra. Think of your darkest thoughts and machinations. La Negra can go 100 times deeper than that. She is shadow. The darker the shadow, the brighter the light. La Negra is a detox on every level. Emotional, mental, material, intellectual, social, spiritual, and physical. She removes curses, tethering attachments, and shows us where we are wearing blindfolds, choosing comfort over truth. La Negra is Saturnian, ruled by boundaries, limitations, restrictions, discipline, and structure. She is the leveler, the ultimate dismantler of old mindsets, habits, patterns, societal structures and practices, routines and rituals that destroy human dignity and grace. She is the wild animal in the night that hunts and devours what is decayed and broken. She makes way for La Dorada to bring us what is genuinely gold in our lives. If you love relationships, then that is your gold. If you love creativity, then that is your gold. She makes sure that you have a solid, sturdy, and stable foundation of what is most precious to you. For her, the money is the easiest part of all. La Negra shows us patterns where we have been in survival mode, numbed out on autopilot. La Negra teaches us responsibility. Some people refuse to fully face themselves and go to extensive lengths to avoid the inner alchemy of repairing psychological and trauma splits. We have a responsibility to ourselves to do our shadow work. We are not entitled to others capitulating to our insecure ego demands. La Negra humbles us. There are some people that, unconsciously or consciously, seek to manipulate and use others who will co-sign the reality of their denial and build and maintain their preferred fantasy existence. La Negra teaches us power. When we reject or deny our power, we leave an opening where predators can get in. When we trade our power for a false sense of security, anything we build is on shaky, unstable ground. La Negra shows us that the most powerful thing we can do is to create our lives on top of the genuine foundation of the Black. La Negra teaches us accountability. It is our responsibility to take accountability for doing whatever is necessary to balance scales and close the loops of imbalance. Where we have caused harm and taken more than we have given, using our fellow humans in careless ways, we must remunerate. Accountability equals non-avoidance. We have to take responsibility for where we currently are without blame. La Negra teaches us about masks. The Black cuts through people's masks. Some people wear masks, i.e., play a role, to hide their nefarious deeds. People wear masks to get what they want. They wear masks to override other people's boundaries. Masks can also be worn to protect. Sometimes masks don't slip for years or decades. But with La Negra, all masks come down and off. This is a process where some people go mad. Some people buckle under the weight of the pressure. Oracles of the Moirai, 4258 on YouTube said, "The longer your victims are under you, there will be a time when the glamour you have over them will fade, and it will be hard to control them." When La Negra instructs us that a person, place, or environment is not for us, listen and do what is necessary to remove it from our lives. Yes, it can be painful and feel like heavy suffering. However, there is a saying that states that being broke is hard. Doing the work is hard. Choose your hard. Living in fantasy is hard because it leads to struggle and chaos. Calling everything not meant for us is hard, but it fosters living in the reality that energizes us the most. Both options are difficult. It is best to rip the Band-Aid off and remove our blindfolds sooner rather than later. La Negra teaches us intuition. My intuition warned me about specific people and situations, and there's been times when I bypassed that. I ignored the deep signs that my body gave me. I knew when someone was lying, lacking genuine integrity, and showboating as having a moral high ground, when they're just as bad as some of the groups they condemn online. It was a massive lesson in trusting my first intuitive gut response and balancing that with common sense, curiosity, and lack of projecting onto the other from a space of paranoia. To recap, La Negra teaches us permanent responsibility, power, accountability, hindsight, and intuition. She causes a detox of every area of our lives so that we can genuinely begin to experience what is gold on an individual and collective level. What has La Negra taught you?